The 2021 MacBook Pro here is said to have studio microphones. So in this video, I'm going to be comparing the audio quality from the internal microphone on the MacBook Pro 14-inch versus two studio microphones. So let's get into it. How's it going, y'all? It is Ben Aqua. Thank you for joining me today. So yeah, I am loving this MacBook Pro 14-inch from 2021. This is the slightly beefed up model with 16 gigabytes of RAM, 10-core CPU, 16-core GPU. We're going to be talking about the microphone that is inside of this MacBook Pro 14-inch because it is actually an insanely high-quality microphone that I think actually kind of rivals the quality of my professional grade microphones that I use for voiceovers and for my videos and stuff. The three mics I'm going to be comparing today are the internal mic in the MacBook Pro 14-inch 2021 versus the Rode NT USB Mini, and then the Deity D3 Pro, which is just a little bit outside of the frame. And if that sounds spicy to you, please smash the like button and subscribe below because I'm going to be doing a lot more content with this MacBook Pro 14-inch. The microphone in the MacBook Pro 14-inch and 16-inch is actually on the left side of the machine over here. So if I move my voice even closer to the microphone, you can probably hear that it sounds even better, even more full. It's not ideal, but you could actually lift your computer up to your mouth and talk like this, and it sounds really good, I think, in my tests. So normally my computer is on my desk at about this distance from my mouth, so this is about what you would hear if you're listening to my voice. You know, I'm talking to you over Zoom or over a FaceTime call or something. This is what you would actually hear coming from the internal microphone on the MacBook Pro. So the second mic I'm comparing the audio from is the Rode NT USB Mini, which is an awesome, really tiny USB-C microphone that I think actually sounds really good. So the closer your mouth is to your microphone, of course, it's gonna sound better. So if I hold the Rode NT USB like right next to my mouth, it probably sounds nice and deep, nice and full. But this Rode, I think, sounds fantastic for $99. I'll link to these microphones down below, by the way, if you want to check them out for yourself, because the Rode NT USB Mini, I think, is the best microphone for about $99. It has insane quality. It's super tiny, absolutely adorable. The third microphone I'm testing, you actually can't see in the frame because I have it hidden just right outside of the frame. I'll do a little iPhone video of this so you can get the full effect. So this is the third microphone. This is the Deity D3 Pro boom mic, and I have this attached to a mic stand that is just attached to my desk right there, and I have it mounted to this arm so that I can get the microphone really close to my mouth without having it be actually visible in the frame. Let me know in the comments so far what you think about these three microphones. Which one of them to you sounds best? Do you think the MacBook Pro 14-inch sounds best, especially when I'm like angling it close to my mouth? This probably sounds the best, even though it's kind of the most ridiculous audio setup. Or do you think the D3 Pro sounds the best? This is the one that's on the stand that's pointed directly towards my mouth. And how do those microphones sound compared to the Rode NT USB Mini, which has been my microphone of choice right now? But I might be kind of convinced that the MacBook Pro internal microphone is actually a really viable microphone contender versus these external microphones, especially if you're in a pinch and you just don't want to set up a bunch of equipment, or maybe you're on the road, or maybe you're a musician and you're recording vocals or an instrument in the studio somewhere, or maybe in someone's house, and you don't want to have a bunch of equipment set up. It's really convenient to just press record on the device that you're on without having to, you know, attach a bunch of cables and stuff. I think this is kind of like a barriers to creativity type of thing, like which microphone has the best quality versus which one is the most functional for you. Okay, so I just compared all three of these microphones, just going from one to another in my headphones. And you know what was really crazy was the MacBook Pro 14-inch, to my ears, sounds the best out of all three of these microphones, especially when it comes up close towards my mouth like this. If you do this kind of really awkward action, this sounds absolutely fantastic to me, and I think this actually sounds the best out of all three of these microphones. But unless you're just in a pinch or something, most of the time you're not going to be recording your audio like this. It's going to be more something like this. So this is kind of more a realistic version of the the MacBook Pro's internal microphone versus the Rode NT-USB Mini down here, which is about the same distance right now to the MacBook Pro's microphones. And I would say the second place microphone is probably the Deity D3 Pro, and the microphone is right above my mouth. You know, it's about 6 inches away right now, but I think the audio quality from the D3 Pro is fantastic, but the microphone in the MacBook Pro to me sounds just a little bit better. And in third place is the Rode NT-USB Mini, which to me only sounds really pretty good if you have it very close to your mouth. As soon as you put it down on the desk, like if it's this kind of situation where it's maybe about 8 inches away from my mouth, the audio quality is still decent, but you do have to raise up levels and give it kind of a boost in post-production. But just in terms of sound quality, the MacBook Pro 14-inch is the winner. I'm actually kind of shocked at how well this MacBook Pro does just for the internal microphone quality. Like, you could use this to record an entire podcast. You can even do like an Andrew Huang kind of thing where you have the MacBook Pro just propped up like this. And since the microphone is on the left side of the MacBook Pro, your voice is actually pretty close to it. So I'm really curious to see how this actually sounds, because this could be a really kind of weird way to record a podcast or a voiceover or something, just propping the computer up on itself. Even though this MacBook Pro is kind of expensive at $2,500, and even the base model of the 14-inch is $2,000, you're still getting so much quality in so many ways on this machine, including that internal microphone. I'm just kind of shocked at how good it sounds, and it just makes me get even closer and even more romantic to this MacBook Pro 14-inch. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Did you think the MacBook Pro sounded the best? Do you think the Rode NT-USB Mini sounds the best, or the Deity D3 Pro up here? And I would like to personally invite you to my Discord server, which I will link below. That's where we're talking about Apple stuff and all kinds of cute things. If this video was helpful for you, please smash the like button and subscribe below if you're not already, and also add me on Twitter and Instagram at B3NAQUA. That's it for this video. Leave your questions and comments below, and I will see you in the next video.